Welcome back, guys. Today we've got some hot takes for you. Snack edition.
Food-related, cuisine-related hot takes from two Aussie bludgers.
All right, you go.
Okay, my first one, chocolate and mint are not a good combo. They're just not a good combo.
You're wrong.
That's my hot take. That's number one. My argument is there's so many other flavours that you can pair with chocolate that are far better than mint, that we overrate mint to such a standard that we're obsessed with it. And to me, it's quite ridiculous. To me, it's like you're mixing like toothpaste with chocolate. For me, mint is like, it's fresh, it's supposed to be sort of lonesome, it's chewing gum, it's toothpaste, you know. With chocolate, it's just a huge...
Are you saying with everything it's bad?
No, I'm not saying with it. I'm saying mint and chocolate are...
But you were saying mint's like a lonesome thing. Are you listening? He doesn't like mint in all your stuff.
That's true. We do have mint in like salads and stuff, and it's nice there. So you're right. I take that back. Mint.
Well, I don't like it in salad, so...
Well, there you go. Now you agree with me.
Mint no, because I like mint chocolate.
I can understand mint ice cream because at least with mint ice cream, the ice cream is cold, and cold and mint go together. Totally fine with that. And if you want to have mint choc chip, I'll have mint choc chip before I have a mint chocolate room temperature. So to me, there's so many other things you can put. Peanut butter, jelly.
Okay, we get it.
All this other stuff.
Chocolate orange. Not.
Yeah, not chocolate orange.
Anyway.
So that's my first
I don't agree. Chocolate mint is great. It just works. Obviously, if it's too minty, it's not good. But chocolate mint in general, I don't know what it is about it. You get the freshness, and then you get the chalky bits in there. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just good.
But not to expose you on the internet, but you've never had mint chocolate around me. Like, never.
I have some in the freezer that I haven't eaten in a while.
Things that go in the freezer are not eaten. That's why they're in the freezer.
I will say I do like choc mint just because I haven't eaten choc mint ice cream, because there's other flavours I do prefer more. Doesn't mean I don't like it. But also I do like choc mint chocolate bars, stuff like that.
Oh, I disagree. I never want them.
Alright, hot take number 2. My hot take is cupcakes are the worst kind of cakes.
What? Oh my god. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Cupcakes are the worst kind of cake. What?
So basically my argument is it's essentially like, cakes, cupcakes, muffins, that kind of thing.
Right.
With cupcakes, because a lot of people like icing, frosting. I'm like, less is more. So cupcakes have... Agree. Shush, I'm not finished. Cupcakes have so much frosting. It's disgusting sometimes how much. And like, it makes them look pretty, but like, it's too much. But with cake, you have more cake like as a whole.
Yep.
And the icing's not usually like, stacked on like it is with cupcakes. And plus, if you have a cake, you choose how much you can eat. If you have one cupcake, it's like the standard cupcake size, and then you just look like a fucking fat pig going back for like more cupcakes. But if you have a cake, you could slice it like that. No one's going to blink an eyeball.
I feel like a few people might judge. Damn, she's got a third of the cake.
That's not a third of the cake. Damn.
Okay, so let's clarify for the viewers. Really, the only 3 things that fit into the cake description are like cakes in a huge pan, muffins, and cupcakes.
Well, for the purposes of this, yes.
Okay. Because to me, like, a muffin is a larger version of a cupcake, and muffins never...
But no frosting.
And muffins never really have any icing or... They do have melted chocolate,
sometimes.
Some of them on them.
Yeah.
But a muffin is more like... It's like the second Pokemon evolution If cupcake is like Pichu, then it's Pikachu is the muffin, and then Raichu is the cake.
Okay, because I wasn't following.
So, but you're saying that those are the only 3 options, and the cupcakes are the worst out of those?
Yes.
Okay, but do you like cupcakes?
They're okay if you're not stacking them with frosting, but they're still worse than the rest of them for what I listed.
It was it's like a vanilla base cupcake.
Yes, if they were the same flavour.
And one had icing, the muffin didn't, and the cake had icing.
Yes.
You'd choose the muffin and cake before the cupcake.
Yes.
Okay, that's not too bad. I'm getting rid of mint and chocolate altogether. You're just saying cupcakes are not that good. They're going to kill me for this. Yours are fine. Yours are like, oh, that's okay.
Are you going to say anything about that, or are you just going to waffle on?
What do you want me to do? You want me to agree or disagree?
Well, you can do whatever. If you agree, you can say why you agree.
Yeah, they're probably my least favourite out of those 3, but I still really love them. I feel like cupcakes have gotten way too problematic. Like they're either stacked with icing way too high, or they're too tiny and the balance isn't there. But now you get these little like, oh, it's a little cupcake and we've put the frosting up 10 metres high, and you're like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
So, I can see your point.
Next.
For me, Thai food has the highest approval rating out of all of the cuisines.
I don't know how you can come up with that kind of assumption.
In Australia, it feels like Thai food from Thailand has the highest approval rating out of all of the food. Now,
from Thailand. Now not even Thailand food. Like, yes,
what
it's
we
Thai,
think is Thai food.
Yes,
we think is Thai food.
Australian Thai
has the highest approval rating, because if you're now you could come at me, and I thought about this. You could say, well, what about Italian? Because pizza and pasta on their own have a higher approval rating. But I'm talking the whole cuisine spectrum. And there may be a few places that if you said, hey, we're going to get average Thai or we're going to get an average pizza, I would go average Thai. If you were saying, I know this really great pizza place and we're going to go and get it, let's do it. But if they're saying, if we have really good Thai and really good pizza, I'm going to go with the really good Thai. And I feel like people have this idea of Thai food as it's just like a boilerplate. You might know a really good Indian restaurant or a really nice Chinese restaurant. But for me, if we're all having to vote and having to agree as 5 people going out to dinner, we can all agree with Thai. There's not going to be one person that's like, actually, I really dislike it. And that's why, to me, average boilerplate, it has the highest approval rating.
I think Rock's being very biased here.
I love Thai food, but I also I love pizza and pasta. I love pizza and pasta.
I can help you find a place if you turn on location services. Go to location services settings.
Siri.
Scroll to...
Siri's trying to...
Can you double check? Yeah, I don't agree. I think there's a lot of cuisines. I don't know. I would actually say it's probably Indian food that's the most popular.
It might be the most popular, but I'm saying approval rating. I'm saying if everyone's picking out of 5 cuisine places, 5 different restaurants to go to based on geography, people are going to go, oh, they're all going to agree on Thai.
I don't think so. I think Indian would be more popular in that. There's more choices. It's a lot of shared dishes. Easy. It's like...
But you could say the same about Thai.
I think Indian food is more well known to be like a share type situation.
Fair.
Naan's good.
Naan is good, yes.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I think a lot of people that would go out would actually be like, let's go get some Indian
over
food.
Thai food?
Yeah.
I disagree.
Your dad doesn't disagree.
That's one person out of 28 million people. But
either way, I think there's other cuisines that people would pick before Thai.
But how many? Like 4 or 5? You think people are going to pick 4 or 5 things before Thai?
A couple before Thai. I think people would pick like Indian or Italian over that because it's just.
But I think the problem with Italian is that people think of Italian food as just 2 food groups, pasta and pizza.
I don't think so, and I think Italians would be offended. Let's move on. Hot take number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Chia pudding is a soggy lie. Chia pudding is a soggy lie, and what I mean by that is, you know, you have your little chia pudding and you can decorate it with all these fruits and coconut and grains and whatever else you put into your pudding. And it'll look fantastic, but when you eat it, it's just, what the frick is that texture? It's just, it's actually disgusting. It's filth.
But you could make it different consistencies.
How? Are you still going to get the little chia...
Yeah, but you can make it into cement if you don't add enough coconut milk or whatever liquid base you're using.
Yeah, that's still crap, isn't it, then?
Not necessarily, because it's more yogurty. You still get the chia through it.
The chia's gross. Like, the texture of the chia, it feels like little fish eggs all up and everywhere. It's just, it's so gross and slimy.
Are you hating on fish eggs?
Yeah, probably. I haven't had fish eggs, actually, so...
We've got to get you to try better chia. You can make it... I agree with you, like, there's some that the consistency's off and the ratio of milk to chia, or whatever you put with the chia, is poor.
It's still gross.
But I think you can make it better than what you're portraying.
No.
Okay.
I said that you don't want to argue with me, that's all you got to say.
No, it's fair enough. That's the way you feel.
Okay, next.
My final hot take. Hot take number 5. Is dessert is wasted on night time. It's wasted having late.
Oh, you mean like if you're eating dessert late, it's wasted? Or do you mean the fact that we eat it at night time is a wasted opportunity, essentially?
The fact that we only eat dessert at night after dinner, to me, is wrong as a society.
Well, I don't agree with you. Just because you have so much stuff now that could be considered dessert that you eat for breakfast. Like pancakes, waffles, things like that literally could be considered desserts. Even your chia puddings, smoothies, smoothie bowls, acai bowls. So I think people are eating things throughout the day that are desserts. So I don't think we just eat it at night time. I certainly do not. I do snack during the day, so I do eat some sweet things.
But that's kind of my point, is that it should be... I'm not saying we should get rid of desserts.
No, I know.
I'm saying dessert should be an event that occurs earlier. It's wasted at having it at night after dinner.
I'm disagreeing that people just have it after dinner and that it's wasted, because people aren't.
But people don't go, oh, I had dessert this morning.
No, because I don't think it's dessert.
But I would say that the fact that we eat it at night, if you eat your dinner and then an hour later then you have cake, you're not burning much of that off. Because the rest of the day, what are you doing at night? Nothing. Netflix.
Okay,
nothing.
But in that sense, you're going to burn off what you're going to burn off during the day anyway, regardless of what you're eating.
That's fair, but your caloric intake will keep expanding. And then you're like, all right, I'm going to have a piece of cake to end the day, an ice cream, that's going to stack it. It would be better served to have that after lunch or something.
Okay, then afternoon tea is better.
Afternoon tea. I'm saying it's underutilized that
I get what you're saying.
We use dessert as, like, dessert is we can only eat it after we've had our roast potatoes. Why can't we have it a bit earlier?
I think, standard, like 3 meals a day and then you have dessert, and that's just how it's always been. But these days I feel like people are actually spreading things out more, and like they're dealing with their eating. This is getting really like deep, but dealing with their eating and doing it how they want to do it instead of what society says they should do. In terms of, like, some people eat like small things throughout the day, some people just don't do big meals, some people just stick with the standard 3 meals, whatever works. But coming back to the point, like, I think they are eating things during the day, even if they don't necessarily realise it.
Okay.
But also, it's really lovely to have a nice little sweet treat before bed, so I understand it. It's lovely.
I agree, it's lovely too.
Them girls.
It just...
You girls.
Okay, your one? Last one?
hot take number 6. Baked goods at cafes are the most disappointing snacks. And what I mean is, because I know Rock's thinking about this, you go to cafes and you see all these lovely things in the case and you're like, wow, they look so good. And then you buy one and like it's either smaller than it looks and you're like, what was I looking at before? Feels like it's been there for so long that it's dry and stale. Or maybe you think that the cafe is sort of like they've done too much in the sense that if you have a few baked goods on sale, you can make them really good because you're focused on those. But if you're like having a big range, things are lacking and some.
The quality's going to drop off.
Yeah.
Are we talking specifically cafes?
Yes, bakeries are different, I think.
Okay.
Because I was going to say that's their thing.
I would agree. I would say, yeah, you go to a cafe and you might get some lunch items or whatever and a coffee. It's a lottery to be like, you know what, I'm going to get that lemon tart. If you go to a bakery, it's different because they're going to have coffee and their coffee might not be as good and you're going to order scrambled eggs or whatever. You're going to order a meal and it's going to be lacking. But that croissant's going to be fire. But the reverse, if you go to a cafe, you stay away from the little glass tray of little muffins and a little coconut ice and you just get your coffee and smile and leave. In a like stereotypical cafe, when they only have like 3 things and they're in a glass case at the top and there's not much selection and you're like, oh, let's get a croissant, that'll be nice. No, it's not. You can usually tell as well if they're baking bread at the place. Usually the baked goods will be okay, but if you're like, hey, we've got these muffins that we made, do you have any bread? Nah. You stay away. Just don't. So
they have to bake bread for it to be good. No, I'm kidding.
They don't have to. It's just a good predictive measure to say, hey, they got a really nice loaf of sourdough.
Yeah. I think there's a difference between like having bakers versus having maybe more like home style things from a cafe, because I don't think they'd have bakers
in the kitchen, you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yes, fair enough. Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, that was our hot takes. Hope you enjoyed us arguing or not arguing. I feel like we were pretty good about it.
I think you're just wrong on the cuisine thing.
Okay.
I'm willing to be wrong on mint chocolate because it's not for me and I'm willing to be wrong on it.
Please comment below if you agree with Rock when he says
Thai food has the highest approval rating out of all the cuisine groups.
If you all disagree with him, I will give you a big kiss.
What? If I said that, you'd break up with me.
Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.
Stay blessed. It's just a fundamental... You're not putting more things over Thai. You're not putting a lot over Thai. I'm willing to die on this hill.